Myself Supriya Konda, working as an assistant professor in civil department from Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. So today's class we are going to discuss on the topic ramps. These are the learning outcomes. At the end of this session, students will be able to impart the knowledge of the ramps and the types of the ramps. Introduction of the ramp. Here in the figure you can see in the picture actually, this is the inclined member which is called as the ramp. It is provided as a connector link to the upper and the lower floors. So easily you can climb the ramp and go to the next floor. So if you see overall the function of the ramp and the staircase is the same. So just let me introduce about the stair. So stair is nothing but a set of the steps which gives the access from the floor to floor. So without the staircase you cannot approach to the next floor. So the room or the enclosure of the building in which the stair is located is known as a staircase. So staircase, it provides the access and the communication between the floors in the multi-storied buildings and are a path by which the fire can spread from one floor to the another. So in general, when it is called as a step, that means it consists of the members such as the trade and the riser. So trade is nothing but the horizontal portion or the horizontal member of the staircase over which you keep the foot is called as the trade. So here you can see in the section the vertical, this is the trade which is called as the horizontal member of the staircase, whereas the vertical member of the staircase, it is called as the riser, which leads to the next step. So next is the rise, that is the horizontal, you can say it is the vertical distance between the two successive trades is called as the rise, whereas next to the going, it is called as the horizontal distance between the two successive rises is called as the going. So next for this, when a step consists of a trade and a riser, that means a step is complete. So where a series of steps are included, that is nothing but the stair. And for these steps, there is a supporting member or the slab is provided which is called as the waist slab. And for this, inclined slab is provided which is called as the string. And then the vertical members you can see, these are the balusters which are provided for the safety purpose. So and for the balusters, the inclined member is provided which is called as the handrail, which acts as a supporting member for the balusters. And overall for the balusters and the handrail, a newel post is provided which acts as a supporting member for them. So newel post is provided for at the first and the end of the staircase. So here you can see this is the first flight or a single flight without any landings in the intermediate. So here you can see after climbing the staircase you have a landing in this portion which reaches to our destiny, that is called as the ground, first floor, second floor and so on. So a landing will be provided to reach the floor level. So next you have the going, that is the clear distance, and then to the offset is provided which is called as the nosing. So these are the technical terms which are used in the staircase. So in general, whether it may be any type of a building such as the residential building, the commercial building or the public building, if you see these buildings, the staircase, it should be actually located in the center of the building for the easy approachable from all the sides. Even during the event of the fire also you can easily approach the staircase as it should be centrally located, so it will be easily visible to the strange person also. So the overall the ramps, here you can see these are the, it may be a steps provided. So overall on the steps a ramp will be provided. So the vertical member is called as the rise and the horizontal distance has to be calculated so that on that portion the ramp will be provided. So this is the ramp starting portion and this is the ramp over there, the ramp ends. So the inclined slab is called as the ramp length. So let's see how the ramp calculations can be done. So the rise is given to you as 1.2 meter, whereas the horizontal distance is as 4 meter, over which the slab has to be provided or the ramp has to be provided. So the slope will be worked out as S equal to 1.2 divided by 4 into 100. So this is the slope provided over there. So this is how the ramp calculations can be done. So next, if you consider the different types of the ramps, there are different ramps. One is used for the wheelchair, and next, even when you see a person with a stick when he walks on the ramp, so the ramp or the slope provided in that case will be different. And when the normal person is walking on the ramp, for that also the slope will be different. So let's have a look over there. So overall, you can see here the running slope is given to you is given as 1:12 maximum it is provided, whereas the cross slope is given as 1:48, and there are the level landings at the top and the bottom portion, and the rise is given to as 30 inches maximum per run, and whereas the handles are provided on both the sides if the riser is greater than 6 inches. So this is the slope. Depending upon the rise and the horizontal span, the slope will be decided over there. So the ramp slope, which will be the most feasible or convenient slope provided for the person with a wheelchair. So let's see, when the horizontal distance is 10 meter and the rise is given to you as 1.4 meter. So if you work out the slope in that portion, it will be greater than 5%. So it is not at all economical for a person with a wheelchair. So this will be not convenient for that. So let's see the next one. When the riser is reduced from 1.4 to 0.5 meter and the horizontal span is 10 meter, so in that case the rear slope will be reduced, which will be less than 5%. So this will be the most feasible and convenient slope provided for the person with a wheelchair. So this is how the ramp slope will be decided. So next, you can see a person is walking on the ramp. So maximum ramp provided is ramp slope is provided as 1:12, and a minimum it should be 1:20. So in between you can try for 1:16 also, and 1:12 maximum slope has to be provided for a person who is walking normally. So this is the most convenient slope for the person with a normal walk. So here you can see the different ramps are provided for the different persons who are doing different activity. So here you can see a person with a wheelchair, a person with a stick, and a normal person. So for a normal person, the slope provided minimum is 1:12 with a single landing over there. So next, a person with a stick, you can see the landing in between the two ramps. A landing is provided which will be around 5 feet, that is 1.5 meters. So overall, the comfortable slope is provided as 1:8, 1:16. So in that, the wheelchair is provided. A person with a wheelchair, you can see over here, the maximum slope is provided as 1:12 with a single landing over there. So the maximum rise is given as 30 inches. So these are the convenient slopes which are provided for the persons with different activities. So next is the ramp configuration, which will be decided in case of a straight staircase or the straight run, when you have a ramp or in the 90 degrees turn, and when it is of 180 degrees turn. So here you can see when it is a straight run, as it is a straight continuous, so a landing will be provided in the mid of the two ramps. So ramp horizontal distance is 10 meter, whereas the landing it is 1.2 meter, and whereas the length of the trade over which you slide, that is called as the 0.9 meter minimum is to be provided. So there are at most the single landing is provided in between the two ramps. So next you have a 90 degrees turn. So when there is a 90 degrees turn, you can see the landing is provided. The width over there is 1.4 meter minimum, and the horizontal span is 10 meters, whereas the length of the staircase or the length of the trade is given as 1.4 meter. So this is how you can, for the 90 degrees turn there is a deviation. Whereas if you see the 180 degrees turn, over there the landing provided is 1.2 meters, and the length of the staircase is 0.9 meters and the horizontal span is 10 meter, over which the ramp will be provided. So these are the configurations for the different types of the turning in the ramp. So these are the MCQs. What is the most economical layout for the staircase? So let's see what is the right option for that. Yes, straight is the right option. These are the references. Thank you.